When you're ready, laying down onto our backs. And just taking a moment, place your hands onto your hip bones. Allow the rest of the body to relax. Soften or close down the eyes. And just tune into your energy and your breath. And taking your inhales and exhales through the nose. And just take a quick scan over the entire body. Notice if there's any tension or any discomfort or just areas that need more love. Breathing into those now, allowing yourself to melt deeper into this practice. When you're ready, start to gently release the hands, wiggle the fingers and toes, draw yourself back to the space and flutter the eyes open. We'll begin by placing our feet, soles of feet onto the mat, knees are in the sky, and just walking so they're hip width apart, and start to imprint the spine down to the mat. So if you find that you have a curve naturally, just gently press that into the mat, tuck the rib cage in. Notice how that feels. Learn your edge as well. So if it's very painful or discomforting, find somewhere in between that feels good, but make that connection with the spine to your mat. So when you're ready, take 2 more of those pressing. Exhale, release. Inhale, press in. Hold this one, feel the ribs where they're located. And release. Draw the arms up over your head. You can grab that ball if you want, or you can just use your fingers. We're gonna start to press into the mat and lift the hips slightly as we inhale, and the ball's gonna come forward. When we do this, we want the spine to be long and tall, not curvy and bendy. So when we're ready, press, inhale, lengthen, and draw the ball towards, or just your fingers forward, holding here. Exhale as we roll down, each vertebrae comes and you see the belly scoops in and the ball comes back over. So taking 2 more of those, inhale to come up. Make sure those thighs are squeezing, knees are drawing towards the back of your mat, fingers are long. Exhale, roll down. Last one, inhale to come up. So pressing into the earth, maybe a little bit higher here, but again, try to find that neutrality in the spine so the pelvis comes forward slightly. And release. Beautiful. Take that ball, keep it aside. We're gonna draw our knees to 90. So bending here, toes, you can gently see them over your knees. You can stay here or you can lift up. Interlace the fingers behind your head. So this is option 1. Elbows are wide. Your spine's pressing into the mat as best as you can. Otherwise, you can lift the shoulders off the mat and stay here. There's a tennis ball under your chin, so you've got space, but you're not curving. When you're ready, we're going to do our toe taps, starting with the right foot down. Exhale, coming in, squeeze the thighs together. Left foot drops down, squeeze as you come in, and keep it going. Again, option to draw yourself down to the mat here. If you find that low back is lifting or even the mid back, press into the shoulders here. So continuing, that pace is nice and gentle as you draw back to center and then melt down. Few more. Breath is steady. Last one. And release, draw down to the mat. Start to hug the knees into your chest. can rock side to side. And then we'll draw the feet up to the sky. Plant the hands down by your mat. And then take the ball, then plant your hands. So planting the hands, and the ball is between my calves, so above the ankle and not too close to the knee. When you're ready, you're pulling the ball over your head, so pressing into the earth, and then exhale, rolling back down. Taking about 5 of those. Inhale to come up. Squeeze the ball. Exhale, roll down, nice control. Toes are gently pointed, shoulders are drawing down into the mat. So you're not crunching here. You're finding length. As you come back, you're pulling the toes back over your head. We've got 2 more. Squeezing that ball as you come around. And last one, inhale to come up. Exhale, roll down softly. And then take your hands behind your calves or your feet or wherever feels good, just not on the joints, and pull in for a stretch. Exhale, coming out. We're gonna take that ball in a second again, but just coming from the feet up again, just notice that spine into the mat. So you're not curving or pulling too much here. Because we're gonna get into some other exercises, especially in this series. So now we're going to take the ball in between our calves again. We're gonna gently lift the elbows up if you would like, or you stay down here. Either way, hands are interlaced. And then we're gonna start to squeeze the ball, turn the knees over to the right, feet come over to the left. Exhale, come back to center and switch sides. Be mindful of that spine. Two more. And release. Allow yourself to draw down. Draw the knees into the chest this time, hands free. You can keep that ball there if you choose. And then draw the feet up to the sky. Bend the knees. Back up. Squeeze the ball and down. You want to lift, you can. Inhale up. Exhale down. So remember what I said, when we come up with the legs, what's happening in the body. Let's take 3 more. So we're not pulling the knees into the chest. You see my thighs are still parallel over the hips. Last one. I think I added an extra one. Hold. Hold, squeeze the ball, pull yourself further up, and release. Coming up to our forearms here, we're gonna take the ball again into our calves, but coming into our forearms, you wanna make sure the spine is tall. So option 1 is forearms. Option 2, you're coming onto your hands, but elbows are bent. So they're rolled in, they're not spilling out. So let me show you option 1. We're squeezing here, and then we're going to the right side of the mat and then drawing back to center, pulling up like we did before, back over to the left and center. So feeling that when you're here, you want to make sure you're not crouching forward or you're not back bending. The option 2 is coming up more elevated. If you're elevated, the shoulders are going to dip down a little bit more. As you pull up, you're coming from the hips. So it changes it slightly, okay? Finding your variation. I'm gonna come here. This is a very slow burn in the mid-core. Squeeze the ball. And again, if you don't have a ball, you're still able to enter these exercises. 2, and last one, and come back to center. Whew. Draw that ball forward, soften the legs, feet out to the side, and just roll forward. Again, if you don't have that ball, you can just melt forward. Breathe deep. Exhale, come back. One more exercise and then a stretch for you, keeping this really light. Feet are out to the side, knees are bent, ball comes forward, stack the spine, so shoulders over the hips. And when you're ready, you're gonna start to tuck that belly in and roll down as far as you can with those feet planted. Exhale, you're pulling up, that ball comes over the head. You stack the spine, shoulders draw down. Exhale, come back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, down. So the purpose of this gentle practice today is really just to get you in tune with where your body's at, what activates, what turns online, what feels good, what does not feel good, understanding your limitations so that when you get to deeper core exercises or more, you'll be able to understand what you need to adjust or what muscle groups need a little bit more strengthening. Take 2 more of these. And last one, we're coming up tall. And you're gonna walk those feet in slightly, a little bit more, and then almost touching, they lay flat. So the edges of your feet lay flat, you pull forward. You come back. Let's take 5 more of those. So getting into the hips a little bit. So as you keep engaging, coming up, you're pulling up from the mid spine, you're getting length. Every time you come around, you're finding a stretch, right? Last one. And release. Beautiful. Really quickly, we're getting on to our side bodies. Let's start on the left side, forearms, so fingertips are spread. And we're really first just lengthening right like this. So legs stacked over one another, right arm reaches over. And then exhale, reach towards your feet. One more time, inhale over. And towards your feet. Grab that foot by bending the right knee and just finding a little stretch here in the hip flexors. Exhale, come around. We're switching sides again, keeping this the most simple I could, finding new ways to find shapes that let you release. Exhale, down. Keep the spine tall, lengthening through the crown. Exhale, back, bend that left knee, grab that foot. If you want to take a few minutes just to leave your practice in a more gentle way, you can find a child's pose with the fingers forward or sweep behind and just allow the low back and spine to release here. Thank you so much for practicing with me. If you enjoy this, please comment, share, or like, and I will see you in the next one.